But with us now is LA Councilmember Hugo Soto-Martínez. He represents District 13 here in Los Angeles. Councilmember, thank you so much for joining us. I know a little bit of your family history, your backstory. You've been watching all this, and you've shared it publicly. Your parents were undocumented. They were street vendors, I believe.
Absolutely, yes.
In that context, how are you seeing everything that's happening here?
No, what we're seeing is our families, our community completely being torn apart. You know, we have ICE agents showing up to elementary schools and middle schools, and yesterday they were by a graduation. They're picking up people without warrants just right off of the street, including many street vendors and people that work in the car wash industry. All those folks have been disappeared. There's trauma. The kids don't know where their parents are. Attorneys aren't able to speak to them. Some of them have been transported in the middle of the night. We don't even know where they are. This is completely unprecedented. This is un-American. We've never seen anything like this in the city of Angels.
We have been asking for updated names and some of at least the numbers of people that have been swept up in some of these raids. The administration has been insistent that, you know, they have been targeting some hardened criminals, and then, yes, some people have been swept up. But given what you've been hearing from your constituents, what are these raids looking like?
You know, they went into a garment worker location the first day. They went to a car wash location. They are going into places with no warrants. People are absolutely terrified. I had someone today telling me that a person is afraid to take their kids to school, and their home is across the street. They literally had to be escorted from one part of the school just to cross the very street so they can bring their kids. We're talking about people are bringing food to their neighbors because people are afraid to leave their homes and go shopping, go grocery shopping. This is creating absolute terror among our community, and so that's why we're having this sort of response.
And when we're looking over here, you know, we've been seeing National Guard soldiers standing next to federal authorities. Do you think that having Marines here in Los Angeles or more National Guard soldiers is going to quell any of the unrest that we've seen?
Absolutely not. The thing that is going to quell the unrest is for Donald Trump to tell his ICE agents to stop terrorizing our communities. If those ICE agents doing operations across the region, going from place to place, were to leave today, people would stop protesting. We were fine a week ago. It is his administration that is causing all of this. People are going to have feelings when their children are being visited at schools. People will have emotions when their dad doesn't come home from school. That's what's happening right now. And so the way we end this is get the ICE agents out of our region. The city of Angels was just fine a week ago.
Now, we have seen immigration action here in Los Angeles for years, going back to the Biden administration, the Trump administration, the Obama administration, and yet we've never seen a reaction like this. What do you think is different this time?
Well, the difference is that people are being disappeared. Family members are not being able to know where their loved ones are at. There are literally close to 300 people, many of them, large majority, we don't know where they are. People are scared. Family members are having a reaction. I would be really upset if my mom did not show up from work today. I'd be losing my mind. And so what we're seeing is those actions are having a reaction from the public. We've had marches here. We've had actions. They've been peaceful. We've made our point. But now people are just feeling a certain amount of rage caused by this administration.
And do we know what's happening on the backside of this, MDC or any of the other facilities, the holding facilities, where these migrants are being taken?
We literally do not know where people are right now. We know that about 300 people have been abducted and kidnapped, many from the street, many from their jobs. And the only reason we're able to gather that information is because those families are contacting us. We're having to make this list up on our own. We're getting no support from the federal administration. They are doing this on purpose. That's why they're not giving us the support. We've seen congresspeople who have not been given access to the facilities, even though they're credentialized to be there. And so this is completely unprecedented.
And the rest of the country, I mean, they're seeing a lot of these images, and you know, it all depends on what your feed is putting in front of your face. A lot of it is algorithmically controlled, but people are seeing what looks like lawlessness around places in Los Angeles. Here, we saw a protest that was sizable yesterday. Today, there's almost no one here, and yet on the 101, we just saw some protesters shut things down. At night, we're seeing instances of looting. How do you characterize what's happening here in Los Angeles to people that may be seeing this through the lens of like social media outside of California?
You know, most people are protesting, and they're protesting peacefully. The people causing the violence and the property damage, those are not protesters. Those are looters, those are vigilantes. The people that are here protesting to keep families together are doing it peacefully, and they're marching with that message. The folks that are doing those things, they don't represent the large community of Los Angeles that has one simple goal. We are trying to keep our families together.
Councilmember Soto-Martínez, thank you so very much for being with us, and thanks for your perspective today.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.